click record. So we are recording this now. And we start with the two backgrounds. Hello, darling. How are you?
Hi. Is this on?
Oh my God. Oh my God, I am absolutely delighted to see you in excellent and amazing form. Like, oh my God, I'm living for the hair moment. I am living for the Mac moment. I am living.
Thank you. Hi, you look amazing.
Oh, thank you. And so do you. Oh my God, you're definitely. But cheers to that. Have a red as well. Cheers, darling.
Cheers. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, indeed.
I fucking love your stunning blue and your hair, and we both have ourselves in the background.
Well, we wanted to give like a festive moment, you know. So like, hey, the more sparkling, the better. You know how Mariah is, right?
I agree.
You look stunning as well.
She's making money. She's doing the holiday gigs. You know, you got to do the holiday gigs.
Exactly, darling. We want to get the gigs. We want to get that paycheck. So like, hey, you know, the more you outstage whatever, it is the best thing to do, right?
I agree. I'm actually just trying to come for your gig, to be honest. I've realized that that's how you make your money.
Darling, you do what you gotta do, you know. Now I'm like, you know, exploring different territories, if you might know, and I will be more than happy and proud one of my sister coming from my gig. You know what I mean?
Okay, good. We can spend the holiday every December together making our money.
I'm so proud of you. You look stunning.
You look amazing.
But I want to hear your highlights. What have been your highlights of this year as we are concluding 2020 finally?
I don't even know where to start. A lot of people grew this year, and I think that a big thing for me is with my spirituality. I really feel like that took driver's seat this year, and I'm thankful for that. I've moved to a new city against all odds and set myself up. I'm preparing to start going back to school. I start next month, so I'm gonna be a student again.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
I feel like I have a whole new life, to be honest. Like, I can't.
That is so exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. It is weird not having my family, you know, everyone in London anymore. We're all so apart, and I can't even visit. So, you know, that's hard, but at the same time, I feel like everything was meant to put me in this place right now, and I just gotta put my head down and keep focusing. But, you know, I'm not gonna stop doing drag. Drag has been the one constant. The last year was really tough for me, as you know. I got deported, and then this year was the pandemic. But the last 2 years, the one thing that's been constant is Vane, and so Vane's not going anywhere. She's thriving, and she's second to my spirituality right now.
Cheers. Wait, absolutely, that is a cheers. And we all live for that. Oh, you're a proud parent. Oh, yes. She is so pretty.
Oh, this is my baby.
I don't know the pronoun, but it is so pretty.
She's a bonsai, and it's my responsibility in life to take care of her.
Amazing. And what an amazing start to the new year for you.
Yes, I'm really excited. I mean, I also feel like I've grown up. I feel like I'm suddenly a fucking adult. I got my credit score up. I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm an adult, and it's kind of scary. But at the same time, I guess it has to happen at some point, right?
Amazing. Anna, I can see you are truly excited, but because I can see in your eyes, you got like a little twinkle, and I am living for this moment, darling. It is the inspiration of this tonight's moment. Please tell
Well,
me.
I think it's no surprise to anyone that I'm a huge Gwen Stefani fan. So I'm inspired. All my looks for this holiday season have been inspired by her holiday special that she did a couple years ago. And everything was just these really extravagant, like bodycon dresses, but with all this like tulle or a sequin. She always has something hanging on her, and she's had her glamorous blonde hair, and I just this is really what she's inspired me to do. So if you watch any of her performances from her holiday special, a lot of the looks are very much.
Oh, darling, I love it. It brings me all horrible glam. I love the voluptuousness and like the taking space ridiculously. I love the big blonde hair. We know like blondes are always more fun. I love the
Um,
Princess D tiara. So you are literally giving me so many moments that like giving so many products that actually living for
I
this.
one more thing too, this is a new makeup look for me, and it was inspired by Amanda Lepore. I didn't wear the red lipstick because I felt like I should be wearing hers if I did it, but the eyes are all inspired by Amanda Lepore's new images,
And
or at
I
least that
mean, inspire like I think that I know that we've been together in different occasions, in of track and out of track, and different gigs, and this is the look that you should literally like. This is like Vane's look. This is the like literally. It suits your face. It suits your like beautiful features. It accentuates the right things. It makes you look glamorous and like a property. And I love like Dahlling. That is the hair. That's the
yeah.
hair,
Mhm.
definitely. And if you can get it bigger, you can stack some stuff underneath, the better. We know that it's not. We are all size queens, but we can never get big enough. We know that.
Never.
Exactly. So, like, literally, like, this is from sister to sister, and you know that I love you, and this is not share
Yes.
wherever. This is the best look, like Mac look. This is like this is your look. It wasn't in Fulham. We're in West London. You came to model for me. Do you remember that? And we had to go to the pub when you were doing your face.
Oh
And you
my
said like,
God.
oh, I'm not gonna go to the competition. I said, I'm not, darling, no, let's look for a quiet place. You can do it. Then we took over a
I
table for like 8 people with all our things of makeup or whatever. And we were like just doing like that was an iconic moment.
I had to do I was doing work in progress, and I remember I performed Lord uh,
Yes.
liability, and I just remember having that freak out moment, and then you were like, we got it, we're gonna make it work. And I was like, you know what, like I've heard interviews of so many queens like showing up, their flights late, everything, and they get backstage and they have like 30 minutes, have to slap it on. And I also felt like, well, this is just work in progress. At the time, I took it so seriously, like it meant everything, and I wanted to be the best. Now I look back and I'm like, I'm never gonna be the best. So let's
Well,
just have
but
fun, be trashy. Like the most important thing is that you show up, right? And
yeah,
that you're
you're
ready.
sure,
You're
and you keep on
prepared.
trying because I am a strong believer, as you know, that perfection does not
One
exist.
day you get there, but you just have to keep trying. You never just leap over.
Exactly, exactly. Like what we need to get clear is what we're gonna get, not how we're gonna get, if not where we're gonna get, and then we solve things, like step by step, or when we do have an issue, we solve it at the moment, not like thinking how we're gonna get there, because we get tired and then we never reach our goal.
But
So
I think why this year has been so important to everyone is because we were all sort of stopped in our tracks. Like every single person I knew had like some big life event. Like I had a lot of friends that had just opened up, a lot of hairdress friends that just opened up that were opening up their first hair salons, like the month that happened. Like there, people were like getting big like bookings, gigs. Like everyone just had something that I felt like, wow, we're all on our way, like we're all doing so well. And then we got
Mhm.
stopped in our tracks, and I think that made
Yeah.
everyone realize how important the present is, and how
We
you're right. You got to take a moment, deal with
taking
everything in the
the
moment.
things that we can to ourselves and solve at that moment. Actually, I do believe it's much more healthier rather than to think of things that they don't exist. They don't. We don't know how they're gonna happen, and we don't know when it's gonna happen. So we invest so much time and energy on those things that we actually trying ourselves double the time that by solving
Well,
things one thing at a time.
I had before I got deported, not knowing that I was being deported, my last 6 months in London, I was busy. And then my last month there, I was just so like going for everything that I was like, okay, I need to stop doing stuff. And I just thought, you know what, everything's gonna be fine. I have time later. And I look back now, not realizing that my time was gonna get shut. So I feel like before everyone experienced the pandemic, I was already in this low. So when it happened, I was sort of like, hey, welcome. Like this has been my last year, selfishly. But I do know that I look back so many times and I think I wish I would have, done this, or this was actually more important than this, but I did that instead. And not like you should be thinking about the past, but that made me realize that like now, like, hey, if you can do it, do it. If you can say yes, or if you have a moment with someone,
Mhm.
take that moment with them. Don't put it, it's not gonna always be there, and like I think beyond the pandemic this year, a lot of people have had personal tragedies. There's been like deaths and people losing their jobs, having to move places. Everyone is
Mhm.
shuffled right
Mhm.
now. Everyone is in a
Mhm.
different place, and you just don't know. It's an example. You don't know where you're going to end up or what's going to happen. So just take a moment.
After all these shenanigans that we had these years, do we all bloody know what is gonna happen? Absolutely not.
Well, I think another really good example is that when I was so homesick when I got deported, and when I went back in February, I was trying to see everyone, and I remember my last night there, I was just tired, I was so hungover, and I was trying to meet up with you, I was trying to meet with everyone. I remember leaving thinking, you know what, I can accept I don't live here anymore. Everything's always like I literally in my head on the flight home was like I will always be able to come back. Everyone's gonna be here. JY is always gonna be here. World Vauxhall Tavern, like I thought everyone was gonna be there. I didn't even get to see you my last night, and like I just felt like, oh, now I look back and I think I should just push myself. Had one last hoorah with everyone. I would have been fine. I would have slept on a plane or something. But I instead was like, oh, I have this comfort. This is home. It's always gonna be here. Guess what? You're not there. Like half or more of the places that I would go to are gone.
Exactly.
It's not going to be the same. It won't be the same. What I left is,
It is
going to be
very sad, but hey, the new year is upon us. Apparently, Pfizer, Phaser, or whatever you pronounce that shit
Pfizer. Come
is
on,
coming
Pfizer.
along, and I don't know what it brings us, darling, but at least it will let us travel. Like at least around here. So I don't know in the States, but it's gonna bring a little bit of the of relief. What's gonna happen the next year? In the next 5 years, I don't really know, darling, because the future does not exist. You make your future. Thank you so much for looking so stunningly and to be with me for this little Christmas special with Mariah with friends. And I love you so much, darling. So thank you, thank you, thank you for
Well,
being
I
with
love
me and having
you.
this conversation.
Thank you for having me. I mean, I'm always thankful for you because I'll always say this. You were the first to drag me on stage and get me lip syncing and booking me and everything. So I'm always thankful. So thank you for still having me all these years.
Darling, it's a pleasure. I love you. And
I love
like,
you.
I love what you do, and please let's not never stop whatever the consequences, and let's not think about money. Let's do our art because we love it. Not because of money, not because of like putting our name on a billboard or whatever. Let's do it because we love it. If money comes along with that, fine. If the Billboard name comes along with that, it's fine. But you do it because you love it.
Yes,
That's the most
always.
important thing. Okay,
I,
darling, I love you so much.
I love
We'll speak
you.
soon. So I wish you an amazing festive season and a happy new year.
You too. Thank you.
Ciao, darling. Speak to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.